Welcome back to DIY with Carl. Most important project yet. Jay over at Flipping Drawers has challenged me to an Apothecary style challenge with this cabinet. Now I won't lie, I had to look it up. I had absolutely no idea what it was. So let's see what we can do.
So straight away, taking a look at the cabinet, you can see somebody's decided to paint it. First thing we're going to do is remove the handles to make it a little bit easier. Try to get the front of the drawers off to make it a little bit easier for sanding all of the pieces. For some reason, somebody decided they were going to wallpaper the inside of the drawers as well as paint them. So straight away I'm looking at this.
Beauty. What a beauty. Someone loved it that much that they even went to the effort of painting the inside. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. What a job. What a lovely colour. Okay, so the idea for this project, or this absolute beaut of a cabinet, we need to get the paint off first. So we're going to use some paint stripper. Doing quickly is scoring the paint that's on there. So the paint stripper works, or should be a little bit more effective. So using Paint Panther paint removal, never used it before, have no idea what it's going to be like. All we're going to do is spread it out. Already you can see the effect it's having on the paint. It's starting to bubble and pretty much lift off by itself. Right, so now I know it works, I'm just going to do the rest of it.
So all I'm going to do is apply paint stripper to the front of the drawers, because I've got to leave it to set in for about 15 minutes and then I should be able to scrape it off. So I'm going to apply it to all of the front of the drawers, and then hopefully by the time I've got to the last one, the first one will be ready to scrape off. So as you can see here, somebody really did decide they were going to paint every part of the drawers, as well as stick some very decorative and questionable papers to the inside of the drawers. It also looks like they used some sort of super glue, so we're going to have to remove that. So once again, we were quite lucky here in the UK. We had some nice weather. It was above 10 degrees and the sun was out, so I decided to take the project outside and do some sanding. So unfortunately, my sander will not reach into the corners of the drawers, so I'm going to have to spend a little bit more time just going into the corners to remove all of the paint that somebody decided to put on these drawers. So, like I said, there's a special style of cabinet that we are trying to go for this challenge. So all I'm doing now is measuring the front of the drawers and making my mark as to where I want to make the grooves for the front of the drawers. It did mean that I was able to use one of my new tools, so I'm using a router here to engrave essentially a groove into the front of the drawers. So this cabinet had some overhang on the sides of the bottom, so I've decided that I don't want them on there, so I'm going to remove them using a special bit in the router. So once again, I just want to say a big thank you for all of the support over these restorations that I am completing. So I've decided to add a piece of trim around the bottom of this cabinet, applying a little bit of white glue and 2-contact adhesive. So this cabinet doesn't have any feet on it. I would like to put feet on it. So here I am just marking out where I'm going to secure the brackets to fit the feet.
Okay, so we're back. Hopefully today we're going to get the finish on. Still going with the inside of the drawers.
So I've decided to use an oil-based stain for this cabinet. One of my favourite parts of the project. A little bit closer to seeing the finishing product. So I'm going to wax the inside of the drawers. Big thank yous to Carol. This is one of the products that I received recently off of my Amazon wish list. So I decided to replace the back on this. It definitely wasn't a reason to use my new nail gun. So applying the satin clear coat to finish this piece off. And then all that's left to do on this project is attach the hardware. Now, it did take me some time to decide on how I was going to have it. Quite happy with the outcome. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Feel free to give it a like. And I'll see you next time.